Hi everyone, good evening, good morning.
Evening. Good morning. This is Anne.
Caroline.
So this is my first time doing a live video on Instagram. So please bear with me. Please bear with me. So I'm here with Carol. I have lupus and scleroderma and other autoimmune diseases, and she has lupus and rheumatoid arthritis.
Yep.
And we both got vaccinated.
Yes. When did you get vaccinated?
In January. I'm a healthcare worker. I work as a nurse, so
Okay.
we were the first people to get vaccinated.
I got vaccinated.
Healthcare workers.
Yeah, I got mine in March.
So I got vaccinated in January.
What did you get? Pfizer?
I got Pfizer.
I got Pfizer.
So, and then I got COVID. You did not.
Yes.
So I want to talk. We want to discuss that the circumstances surrounding the immunosuppressants and how we got vaccinated. Like when I got vaccinated, there was very, very low There was barely any information that our rheumatologist. And the reason I'm looking at you is because we talked about this and we were like adamant to each other, you have to get vaccinated.
Yeah.
And there was no enough information about whether we can stop taking our medication, whether we can get vaccinated or not. But I thought it was very important for me to get vaccinated.
Mm-hmm.
And you got vaccinated months later, but I got COVID, you did not. So let's go. Let's discuss this so that somebody who is having questions or they're asking themselves what they need to do if they're immunocompromised or stuff like that, what they need to do to be able to go through the journey with autoimmune diseases and COVID and immunosuppressants and stuff like that. So what have I learned so far with COVID? Because I had COVID and I'm purely immunized. So hi Eve Moata, how are you doing?
So one question I could say is, are lupus patients at high risk of COVID-19?
Yes.
Why do you say that?
Because our immune system is already suppressed by the lupus itself and the medication that we take. So any type of infection, now this is coming from a nurse perspective, I'm not a doctor, and this is not to advise somebody on any medical whatever. This is purely out of experience, but not to advise you on medical whatever. Please talk to your doctor. What I have experienced is like our immune system, or what I know is that our immune system is very low. So when you get an infection, your body is hit harder than a normal person because your body is working against itself at all times.
Again, just briefly, what is lupus? Because some people may be joining us and they don't understand what lupus is.
Lupus is an autoimmune disease where body is typically attacking itself. That may attack your organs, your joints, like it depends with what it decides to attack. Some people it does attack their skin. Some people it's the joints, the organs. There are different types. I have the one that is called systematic, so it attacks like the inside and the organs and stuff like that.
Well,
but
that's
I don't
the one I have, systemic lupus.
Systemic lupus, yes.
SLE. So that's why she was mentioning about the immunosuppressants that we take as with lupus, so to tone down this
the
inflammation and the hyperactive antibodies that try to attack everything in our bodies. Now, the question again was, are lupus patients at high risk of COVID-19? You said yes, because of the immunosuppressants that
medication
the
medication that we take, and the way the body is already attacking itself.
Right.
Those is two combination in one. So when I heard about the vaccine and I heard about how it works, I thought it was a genius way of me protecting myself. So there was no question in my mind that I was going to get vaccinated.
Right,
and I will tell you why I got vaccinated for myself.
Right.
I have pulmonary fibrosis. I have scars in my lungs. COVID is a pulmonary disease. So I knew I did not stand a chance I knew I did not stand a chance if I did not get vaccinated.
Right. So this is another question the other way around. Can COVID-19 trigger autoimmune disease? Because now the first question was you already have the autoimmune disease. So now, can COVID itself trigger an autoimmune disease?
I don't think there's any documentation or any research showing such. So we'll have to hear from science. That is a very good question for me to ask. The doctors that I actually follow, the ones that are actually doing researches, I follow a few of those doctors. That is a very, very good question for me to ask them. But I don't think there is any proven statistics, studies or whatever.
Right.
And right now that they are doing a lot of research on COVID, I don't think they have seen it to be a trigger.
Right. So tell us your first symptoms that you had when you thought. Did you even thought?
No, because this is what happened. I was rained on heavily.
Yeah.
I was up for a couple of 24 hours.
Right.
I
remember when you told me that you got rained on for long hours.
Long hours.
Yeah.
So I thought my body was responding to that. And then I woke up, the following day I woke up being flat. And I know I aspirated because I was coughing up food. So for me, I was thinking it's from us. And that Monday, that day I said, I know for a fact that I aspirated. And it's a common thing for me to aspirate on food. When I'm sleeping, I can't lay flat. I have to lay with my head elevated. So I knew something happened. So what I was thinking it was aspiration because that is how I feel every time I have aspiration pneumonia. So I was having a bad cold. I was stuffy. So I did go to the store. I did get the cold medication, the extra strong maximum whatever. I got Mucinex. I got myself the pack, and then I added some coconut water. And we have a concoction of tea that we take. I did all that. And you came.
I did. I saw. When you tell me aspiration, I'm like, what's that?
Yes. I told them. I told my mom. I told Ashley. I told Carol.
Yeah.
The four of us knew that I had aspirated.
Yeah.
So even when my chest was feeling tight, I knew it was I knew I had some type of pneumonia, and I knew it was aspiration pneumonia. So when I called my doctor and said, I have aspirated.
Yes.
They asked me, are you running a fever? I said, it's very low grade. It was 90, 99 to 100, not going over 100. Then one day it jumped to 101. And then I called my doctor again. I said, now I have a temp of 101. What do I do? They started me on Levaquin. And then started me, then I stopped the Levaquin. I started the, what is it called? The Augmentin. But I was still thinking
Augmentin is antibiotics.
It was an antibiotic. You're the one who picked the antibiotic and brought it. Yeah. You sat with me in my bed.
I know, sure.
You did not get COVID, but I had COVID. You had every...
I had some symptoms, I had some symptoms. I started having chest pains and running nose. And that's it, really. I didn't have any fever. I didn't have any chills. And I kept telling you, oh my God, I got COVID. And then I got tested twice. It was both negative. I tested once, and then the second one was after 3 or 4 days, if I recall.
And even
but it was negative.
When you knew that I was sick, I think in your mind you convinced yourself that you were sick.
I was sick. Maybe I got sick because of empathy. I don't know. Because my test was negative.
Your test was
twice.
Negative. We tested everybody.
Yes.
We were very
everyone
careful.
was negative. I think we were all empathizing on you.
You were sick because you felt like I was sick.
I think so. Because it didn't make sense.
So what I mean is, not what we're trying to drive home in this conversation is that not everybody who is vaccinated, even when they are exposed, is getting sick.
Of course. Because we were really, I was in bed with you, I was close to you, I was riding the same car.
Hugging on me.
Yes.
Because I was sick and I was not feeling well.
Yes, I thought it was just a little cold here and there, but gosh, little did we know. You tested positive. She called me immediately and said, hey, I tested positive. I'm like, what?
But
So
you are
immediately the next
nonchalant,
day-
like you are like
I thought so. I thought you had COVID. You know, like, yeah.
you did think I had. You
Well,
are
it was
something else.
Remember, I
Why
kept
did you
saying,
didn't tell me?
No, I told you I have COVID. Remember, I kept saying I
You
have
said
COVID.
you had COVID and we
But-
thought it was a joke, though.
Yeah, it was.
It was a
It
joke.
was a joke because I didn't have COVID. I tested twice. It was negative. But because I had a running nose and I had a little chest pain.
You're gonna complain about your chest pain now. That is what we are doing.
But no, really, to be serious, I didn't contract COVID. I got my vaccine in March. Maybe that's what protected me from getting it from you.
That is what I'm thinking because you know the rare crap that happens with me.
Oh, yeah. You are the one in a million, yeah?
So I tend to be
The one in the million.
the one that gets the stuff that nobody else gets. Like if the side effect says 1, 2, 3, 4, I will be the first one to get. So
Yeah.
I got there, and the way I'm thinking or the way I'm getting from the information that I'm getting is that COVID, the time we got the vaccine, we didn't have Delta variant.
No.
That is
no,
what I had.
no.
Oh my gosh, it
Yeah.
was horrible.
Because even the normal COVID, it didn't have running nose. It was mostly the same fever, body aches, but there was no
I
running
had all
nose.
that.
Yeah.
You
You had everything. Running nose, tear. You say, oh, I can't smell the tea that you cook. The tea that you cook, that's what I remember you saying.
Yes.
You can't smell the tea.
I could not even sleep because I could not breathe. Remember
Yes,
that night?
yes.
I called her all night. My
Yes,
saturations
yes.
were in the 84s,
Yes,
87.
yes.
I could not sleep, and she couldn't sleep either because I was up.
So really, this point of this conversation is not to convince anyone to get the vaccine, just to share with you what she went through. I don't think she would have actually be talking alive here right now
No.
if she didn't have the vaccine, because she has, like she said, pulmonary issues. She already has shortness of breath. She
I
talked
did.
about it in some of the lives. She has
Yeah.
shortness of breath. You imagine a normal person having COVID, they're on gas and air. I don't even
That
know.
Tuesday and Wednesday, I was not alone during the day because I was lucky to have Carol. My mom was not, I was alone. Like, literally, I
nights,
was alone.
throughout the nights,
the nights
yeah.
I was alone.
And that's when it's worse.
And it was worse at night. Like that Tuesday when I told you I can't smell the tea.
Yes, the tea.
I remember where I went and opened the bolt so that I can leave the top one so that somebody can be able to enter with the key, because I didn't know whether I was going to make it in the morning. It was
yeah.
like that tough for me to breathe.
Yeah.
I was up that Tuesday night and I was up the Wednesday, and then the Thursday I was like, you know what, let me get tested, man.
So people are getting different types of vaccines. So we got Pfizer, there's Moderna, there's Johnson. In Kenya we have people AstraZeneca. I think in England is AstraZeneca and Pfizer.
We have Covaxin.
So
In India,
The-
there's another one.
yeah. So my question is this: will all this vaccine protect us equally, or is there a difference? You may not know, but
I think, but this is just from me having
from your experience,
from me
yeah.
being vaccinated and having a breakthrough Delta variant, which was bad. I cannot wish this on my worst enemy. I was having diarrhea. I was weak. Having diarrhea, but I know that I have to go use the bathroom, but I cannot even move, and it was horrible. But what I'm saying is, I think you get what you can get. For the people in like other countries where now here in the US they are available, you just walk in and get it, they are free. In other countries, I think you get what you can get. If they give you AstraZeneca, you get it. You need 2 shots.
Yeah, where are we located? We're in Dallas,
We are in
Texas.
Dallas, but I can send them your way.
Yeah, we send them all over. In Kenya, in any state
in
here.
a state here, we'll send them. I know her. Please just text me your details and I'll send you. Yeah, I have the purple one, and we have some more. We have like new merchandise that we have not taken pictures of.
Yeah.
So I'll be getting in contact with you. So yes. So that was horrible. And like now, because after that I have been seeing doctors so that they can check after COVID
Oh yeah,
how
because
much.
now you could not take your infusions.
I could not take
because
my
of the
infusion.
COVID.
So
Yeah.
today, after 9 weeks of staying without,
Yeah. You were having inflammation.
I have been so
swelling
sick. I have been
everywhere.
like, even right now, I'm
It's
like,
better though. I feel it.
yeah.
It's better than before.
Oh yeah.
Because it was bulging,
I was
swollen.
I was
Pain.
in pain. But that is just to say that, like now, to say the least, what I wanted to say was I have been seeing doctors because they have to check on me post-COVID.
Yeah.
And they were telling me,
all of them, same thing.
Said one thing that I truly believe. Yes, I do have them in different colors, and actually you can customize it. Just tell me the color you want and how you. Oh my gosh, let's move a little bit so that she can see. Oh, and my fat. So I have. This is how we do them. We said no lupus, no lupus. So we have. You can customize it. You can customize your color. You can tell me what color you like, how you want your letters to be. Some people like we had the yellow one. The yellow one, like really, people love it because it has like some gold on it. It has some glitters. And then we have the new one. That is the newer one. People like the yellow, so we have been doing that is the new one. So just tell me the colors that you want. We have the white. We have too many colors. I just have not like. I just have not, and different messages. Actually, this one we hand drew this one because we wanted to stop the stigma. This one was like, yeah. If you can see, it has some boxing gloves. It says "Fight with me" and "Walk with me," and then "No lupus." So you walk with me. Don't judge me. Don't judge my journey. Don't judge my brokenness. We hand drew this. This is original drawing from. Ashley kind of drew some of these. My daughter Ashley drew this. So you can, whatever the color.
Great.
And that is great. We have so many. And that's red. We have so many. I just have not. Come with your camera tomorrow so we can take pictures. Right. So yeah, so that is what I have. Yeah, we have black one too. Just text me, Kenyan model. I know you. Just text me. So I got really sick. So now my doctors have been telling me that if I was not, this is the one I was talking to you about, the one that has like glitters. Yeah. So, my doctors have been telling me that the vaccine actually saved my life. So I kept quiet for a while to think about how I'm gonna come and talk. And I don't usually do my lives on IG. This is my first live here on Instagram. So this is just a trial. So my doctors have been telling me that actually the vaccine saved my life. And I truly believe, because if that is how horrible I felt, tell me if I had not been vaccinated. So my lungs were not as affected from the COVID. The lupus, it's just the flaring because I was off the medication for so long. And before, I'm now finding out that before we get vaccinated, you have to kind of talk to your doctor, to talk to your rheumatologist if you have an autoimmune disease or you're taking something that has to suppress your immune system so that you can stop your medication. I don't know for how many days. Because
that's what the doctor was saying the other day.
Yes, and for us when we were taking it, they never told us that.
But I did ask my rheumatologist, is it going to affect me? Because on the medication, they said no. They strongly advised me to take since October last year. I was wary about taking it until March. But now, after I keep telling everyone her story.
Yes, and this is the thing. They never had that information.
No.
So
not to stop the medication that you take, because we take immunosuppressant and we're taking vaccine.
Yeah. So what is it doing? And they're also thinking that combining the immunosuppressants and the vaccine like kind of decreases how the vaccine
is going to work in the body.
So I never stopped taking my medication.
We didn't,
and I take a lot. I take a lot of medication. So that is some new information that we have heard from the rheumatologist.
So somebody is saying my doctor asked me to delay taking the vaccine at the start.
Some doctors were doing that until more information was available. But for me, they told me to take it. I did not even have a chance because I'm a healthcare worker.
Yeah, you had to
I was in ground zero. We had COVID patients. I am a nurse. I'm seeing these patients. And then on top of that, I have a condition that needed protection.
Right.
So for me, I needed to get it as quick as I can so that I can be protected, so that I don't have like all these problems.
Right.
And we were able to stay away from COVID she has lupus too,
Yeah.
for a year. Like last year we didn't, like we have been very, very,
We've
very
never
careful.
caught. It was just a mishap. It was a mishap. I
Yeah,
mean,
so but I thank God because of the opportunity to
it doesn't go anywhere.
to learn. I'm a homebody, I'm an introvert. I'm that kind of a person that should not have got it, but I did, and I feel like it was a learning experience so that I can come out and just talk about it to clear.
Oh, I didn't know you were a nurse.
I am.
She
Yeah,
is a nurse.
I am a nurse. So,
Yeah.
so that when that happened, I thought that I have to gain courage to come and tell people, whoopsie, I got COVID, but I healed from it, I recovered from it, and our two immune systems work very different because
Right.
I expose, like when you have been
Right.
asked whether have you been exposed to
Exposed.
stuff,
I would say yes.
several times.
Yes, not one day.
No, I think
We
the
were
whole-
this close. We were
she would come
sitting
and
in
like
bed
that,
and
I was sick. I was not even wearing I was not even wearing a mask because
Yes.
let me reduce the volume here.
yes.
I was not wearing a mask. I was not wearing a mask. You are coming,
I
you are
didn't wear
hugging
mask,
on
yeah,
me
staying
because
in
it was a
bed
cold.
together, doing
You're just telling me if it's a
stuff.
cold, it's okay,
Yep,
and
yep.
that is what
We
happened.
even shared a glass
of
coconut water.
Yeah, so I know. So
But you
I'm just
have-
coming to share. We're just sharing. We
It
we
is
are
talking
sharing.
about COVID and autoimmune disease. Actually, I've had a few people who haven't taken the vaccine because they're saying that they're testing on people. Of course, everyone comes with different reasons. But whatever reason it is, you have to look within yourself and see what it is important to you in your life. So nobody can force you to do it. At least I think now they're trying to say that soon airlines will make people have the vaccine, and then I think some restaurants they ask for the vaccine or the negative test. So you constantly have to do the test.
But we have been having this. Even getting into nursing school, they had to check my vaccination record.
Okay. Even
like
going
rubella,
to school,
like rubella and whatever. I had to do a titer to make sure that I had been vaccinated if I did not have the record. I think it's important for people to clear the misinformation about the surrounding the vaccine itself and what it's supposed to be doing.
Yeah.
Actually, from the statistics, I have seen that 95% of the doctors have been vaccinated.
Right.
95% of the doctors. So, if that is as much of the information. Yes, it's a lot of work. I agree, but work for me is like therapy.
So the question is, this is a lot of work, living with chronic illness and working on your feet all day. But you're not on your feet all day, right?
Most of the time, I'm not on my feet.
Yeah.
I'm seated most of the day because
Yeah.
I'm no longer doing bedside nursing.
Yeah.
I do go to do assessments on patients, but I'm not doing bedside. So I do case management. So I go see the patients and then come back to my office.
Yeah.
Go do an assessment here and there, then come back. Do a couple of assessments, then come back.
But she still has to physically go to work.
I have to physically
Yeah,
go to work
she
because
cannot-
of those assessments. I have to finish the
Of
assessment.
course. So it's still tough on her,
Yeah.
actually, even getting out of bed in the morning.
Tell me about it. But I try.
Yeah.
I know when, like, the days that Ashley is not here and Mom is not here.
Yeah.
Sometimes you come and spend the night
Yeah.
when I'm down, so that
Once
you
in
can
a
help.
while.
Yeah, so that you can help me out. You have done that a couple of times.
I have.
So it's not easy, but work for me is like therapy. It's something to take my mind off, off myself.
Right.
Because I'm doing something different. Yeah, so that is why I came. I came so that we can talk about vaccines, so that we can talk about lupus,
And-
autoimmune diseases, and
and
having
COVID.
COVID and having vaccination. Does it help? I think it saved my life.
It
If I
did.
did not get vaccinated, I probably would not be here.
For real.
For real.
It's
I
not
was
a
really,
joke
I was
because
really sick. I was.
and the number of diseases that she is carrying every day. As we sit here, she's smiling. She looks okay. She's sick. She's sick.
Kind of sorta.
She plays it smooth, like she always said, oh, I don't like to complain about it. She never complains about it, but she always likes to educate us. So she is not well, and really and truly, if she didn't have the vaccine, I don't think we would be chitty-chatting, smiling over
No,
here.
it would have been worse.
That would have killed us too, because
yeah. But I wanted to, like, the highlight of today is you are exposed to your immunity work differently.
Yes.
And I think the vaccine had something to do with that.
Exactly.
Because I
was with her.
Like, and I was not.
Let's talk about my kids for a second there. My kids had 3 weeks ago, they had the COVID. I have 3 teenagers that 12, 13, and 15. They all had the first dose of Pfizer. And one of them was absolutely sick. The 15-year-old was absolutely sick, had fever, had running nose, had body aches and everything. But the other two, the next day.
Oh, wow.
But the other 2 did not have any symptoms whatsoever apart from the sore arm. So it's different the way it works on everyone, because some people are scared to go and get it because, I don't want to be sick. I don't want to, I have fever and I'll get the COVID itself when I get it. But it's different. I got the vaccine, the first and the second, I didn't have any symptoms whatsoever, whereby some people do have them. Now,
I'm glad you got it. I'm just be thankful that you got the vaccine.
Yes, and now yesterday they went to take their second dose. All of them are fine. They're not sick. They're gone.
Oh yeah.
So one of them woke up this morning with a sore arm and said, "Mommy, I can't move my arm." But it's
there was a needle in it.
Yes, at least it's not that they're having a fever or anything. But my point of this is, like what Anne said, it may attack people differently. The COVID itself, the vaccine itself, depending on your immune system, depending on your lifestyle, depending on your hormones, depending on your body work makeup, right? It may give you symptoms, it may not. Similarly, COVID.
But that does not mean, let me clarify that, from a nurse's point of view, like having to do a patient education, that does not mean that is a live vaccine.
No, it's not.
The mRNA, the Pfizer and Moderna are not live vaccines.
We are not allowed to take live vaccine because of lupus.
Vaccine.
We are not allowed to take live vaccine.
So when I say, like, I took the vaccine and it's not a live vaccine, it is not a live vaccine.
No,
if you do the proper research from cdc.gov, you will understand. The only place that you can look at that information and get clear information is from sources that are reliable, from these doctors that are actually researching, from the scientists. We know that Google
is your friend, but
Facebook doctors or Instagram doctors, leave those alone. But I want you to go to somebody who can put their credentials on the line.
Right.
Like a doctor saying, this is what I'm seeing in the COVID unit. I like the person I got the COVID from, because I know from where pinpointing the person I got the COVID from. She was admitted to the hospital and she was there for over 3 weeks. She was really sick. She was not vaccinated. On the other side, I was at home. So that, those are 2 different way of looking at that.
I know yellow fever is a live vaccine.
It is.
Because all my kids got the yellow fever, I wasn't allowed to get it.
Yes.
So I was just trying to say something like that. I cannot get it because I have lupus, autoimmune disease, whereby we were allowed to get the COVID vaccine.
Yes. So are you getting the booster?
Oh yes, so I'm waiting September, right?
Oh, you are getting yours in September?
I think it's September.
The hospital sent me my email this week telling me mine is available.
Oh, I need to check.
From UT.
I'm also UT.
I'll check. I booked mine for this weekend.
Oh, I thought it's coming out in September. It's not coming out. Oh.
No, check your
maybe they
So I'm going to get the booster.
And why are we getting booster? Could you please explain that to people? Because now a few people are telling me, why is it that we need a booster if we already vaccinated?
Because of these variants. Because of these variants. Remember, when the vaccines first came out, there were no variants. Okay? Now the virus has mutated. Yes. We have we have the alpha, we have the delta, we have the delta plus. We have all these variants.
Right.
So it's just to give you an extra oomph to prevent yourself from serious diseases from the variants.
Okay. Because some people are saying that why do I need to get
the booster,
the vaccine now? Why can't I just wait until they finish perfecting it?
Why would you wait? death does not
Wait for no
death
one.
does not knock on the door.
Right.
If like now you are not vaccinated
Right.
and you are here hugging on me those days,
Yeah.
what would have happened? I don't know.
Right.
You could have been sick, you could not have been sick, or you could have been a carrier. Go take that to
Give it to somebody else,
and then they are a little bit sicker.
Yeah.
It's just like like putting a seat. Okay, we have drunk drivers driving on the road, right? Does that mean that you don't put your seatbelt on?
No, you have to.
You have to put your
Yeah,
seatbelt
you have to
on,
protect yourself.
knowing that you might meet up with a drunk driver. Why are you putting that seatbelt on? So that if, God forbid, something happens with that drunk driver and
least
they
you're
hit
protected.
you, you're protected.
Right.
You're not thrown out of your car.
You may
It's
be
the same-
injured.
You may be injured, but you're not thrown out of the car. So that is the same scenario. That is
Yeah,
how
that's
I
a
look
good
at
one.
it. That
Yeah.
is how I look at it. It's like just the way you put your seatbelt on, knowing that you could get into an accident, or pay insurance, knowing that you might not get into an accident, or you may get into an accident. That is the same thing.
We have a question. What do you say to people that are against the vaccine but don't want to take the experimental vaccine?
Okay, the way I tell people, and it's bad because I am in nursing and I'm looking at these clinicals every day as a case manager. What I tell people is, you're saying that the vaccine is on trial or it's not FDA approved. The medication you're going to be given when you go to the hospital with COVID, monoclonal antibodies, are not FDA approved, but people are getting them. I cannot even pronounce that medication. The medication you're going to get at the hospital to treat COVID, most of them are not FDA approved. They are still on emergency approval. So it's the same thing. But wearing a mask and taking a vaccine is easier than getting intubated. And gasping for air, my saturations were between 84 and 87, 3 days in a row. I was not getting enough oxygen. It was hard for me to breathe. I cannot wish that on anybody. Getting a vaccine is a sore arm for protection, and then you forget about it.
Somebody is saying booster shot is necessary also because the original vaccine benefits decreases over time.
That is true too.
Okay.
But now we have all these variants and people are not
yeah.
getting vaccinated. So the whatever keeps on mutating. So all these are valid points.
Right.
All those are valid points.
Right. So we're talking about autoimmune diseases and COVID. I know you guys are going to watch this live later. So if you have any questions, please just...
And I'll give you good doctors that you can talk to that are willing to help you,
Yeah.
that are doing the researches, that are on ground zero, that are actually treating COVID patients right now, that actually have done their research. So I would say protect yourself and the people that you love. If you love the people that you are with or your family members,
Continue.
yeah, you hit me. You're a goofball. If you love your people, if you love your family, if you love your friends, if you love your co-workers, protect them so that they can also protect you.
Okay, she said it's a good point. I completely agree with you. Masks and vaccine are better than respiratory issues. Great explanation. Thank you.
Thank you.
Right. So protect yourself.
Protect yourself and the people that you love. Like, for example, right now, the kids that are young cannot get vaccinated.
Oh, my baby.
They cannot
Yeah,
get vaccinated.
they can. Under 12.
So, yes. So, imagine, like last week, Dallas, all the ICU beds for kids were full.
Oh, yes.
Remember
Oh, yes.
that?
Yes.
So, if a child is, God forbid, in a bad car accident trauma, they cannot be admitted in ICU even if they need it, because a COVID child that is unvaccinated because somebody exposed them to COVID is taking that ICU bed, which could be anybody's child. We these are things that
Exactly.
so
Don't
the people
consider.
that are exposing the kids and saying about, I don't want to wear a mask, I don't want to social distance, I don't want the mask mandate. Please consider that this could be your child in a dire need of an
bed.
ICU bed, and they are full. They are not, they did not have any ICU beds, so they were waiting for either somebody to be taken to a step-down unit or
Right.
to die for them
Right.
to take that child
Bless.
into the
Oh, my
ICU.
God, bless.
So it's like take care of me, take care of your children, take care of my children. Let's take care of each other. Because like we are still, it's the same thing. I mean, there's so much misinformation that people are not even trying to clarify those misinformation anymore.
I'm going to say this very carefully, and forgive me, people. I think we are very spoiled in America because the vaccine is readily available, and I'm just saying that because I'm thinking of Kenya. There's so many people who are suffering, young
people.
Even
we just
the
lost
old.
my friend last week.
Yes.
She just got sick for a day. Pneumonia. They said it was pneumonia.
Pneumonia, yeah.
She got sick on Wednesday. She was not able to breathe. She was taken to the hospital on
Died.
Thursday. She died.
Yeah.
We just buried her.
Right, Tuesday, yeah.
So
Another warrior. So what I was about to say is we are spoiled here, and we have it here, and even we're going to 12-year-olds getting it, whereby somewhere like UK they're still on the 18. They're still trying to get people 18 and adults. It's somewhere in Kenya they barely even can have the second dose. Some people had the first dose. It's been months. There's no second dose. They just now started bringing back the vaccine for people to have, and we are struggling every day when we talk in the SCLAD group. People saying, "Where can I get it? Where can I get it?"
People
There's
don't even know
desperate people who need
don't
it.
even know where to get
it, and some they're charging, some is not available. So we are spoiled. So even if we are you still thinking about it, just do your research, do proper research, talk to doctors, talk to professionals, and then have a valid reason or decision or choice, whatever you want to call it, so that you can make a decision that will best suit you, your family, and everyone around you. But we are spoiled. That's what I wanted to say.
I'm also calling the community leaders that are anti-vaccines. It's your choice not to get vaccinated. Please do not lead other people into believing that the vaccines are bad. Like, your beliefs are not everybody's else. Don't, like, and I'm going to say this very firmly. Don't lead other people to change their mind about their health. Just the way you cannot force people to change their mind about hydroxychloroquine or about Imuran or about any other medication that they are being given. Don't make them change their mind about a vaccine just because of what you believe or what your opinion is.
Right. Like even us, we're just being open. We're talking from our experience, but not telling people you have to go get it.
No, I'm not going to tell people
it's
you
still
have
your
to do
decision to make. And
yes,
it's still your decision, and we respect everyone's decision. It's a free country, it's a free world.
But we are trying to
calculated decision.
We are trying to clear some misinformation that we know are true. Because you know, like you know how many times like when I got COVID, like I got calls from my rheumatologist, my pulmonologist, everybody. Like all my doctors called me wanting to know how I'm feeling, and they gave me all these. They have been giving me these tidbits of information, and every one of them told me the vaccine saved your life. Everyone from my neurologist, even her resident on Monday told me the same thing. My GI doctor, my rheumatologist, my PCP, my pulmonologist, everybody told me that the vaccine saved my life. Who am I not to believe 7 doctors?
Right.
7 doctors within a span of like 2 months telling me the vaccine saved your life.
Really, so it's just from our experience and the exposure we have that we're talking about.
But you have strong immunity, man.
I do. I don't know.
This is how I was with her, and I was having COVID, and I was telling her
for hours breathing.
And I was like,
we shared a cup.
I can't breathe, and she'd be like, "Oh, poor baby,"
and blowing your nose.
But I was washing my hands and
I know, but it's still in the air.
I know. I wish I did this so we can have proper practical.
So I say yes, don't spread misinformation.
Yes. So is this enough information for
today? This is enough for today, and we thank everyone. Thank you so much
for keeping us
company. Is it Olo?
Oil of joy.
Oil of joy. Oh, okay. Sorry, I don't have my glasses on. Thank you so much for all your questions. They've been wonderful. Yes, of course. It was lovely. It steered us to the right direction.
Thank you.
So we appreciate you. Everyone.
This is my first IG live, so I will try and be coming a little bit more. So when people start seeing that I'm coming here more than I do on, like I'll be balancing between here and Facebook. I do Facebook more.
Yes.
So I'll be coming here more. Thank you so much. We do appreciate you. Thank you for, for everything, for keeping us company. we are going to come back and answer the questions if anybody has a question.
Thank you. Have a good night because it's
Thank you.
10:30 here.
Yes.
Good night.
Let me see whether I can be able to get out.